Alright, what is up internet land? Sorry I've been gone for so long. I've had a lot going on in my personal life. Honestly, I bought a pickup truck as well, F350 dually. Bought that not running, got that running, so that's another thing I've been working on lately, and house projects and all that stuff. But all that stuff aside, I bought a car because I can't help myself. So this car right behind me is a 1976 Jensen GT. No, it's not an Interceptor, but it is pretty cool and it is very rare. They made 511 of these Jensen GTs. These were kind of the successor, I guess you could kind of say, to the Jensen Healey, the convertible, but this is a hardtop, as you can see. This car was a one-owner car. The guy I bought it from was the original owner. He bought it in 1975-76 in California. Guy's a Marine, super cool guy. His name is Bob. I won't give you his last name, but sorry, but it's Bob. And the super cool guy. And unfortunately, he just wasn't in the good enough health, I guess I could say, to finish this project or have it finished, needless to say. So there was a shop that did a lot of work on it. They did the body work on it. The engine's been gone through. The interior's been recovered. I still have to track down a headliner and carpet and probably some other odds and ends. I don't know. I have to go through everything and figure out what I need, but most of it's all there and it's in really good condition. The floor pans have been replaced, so it's in solid condition. It's a good project for me to hopefully knock out fairly quickly. And so let me show it to you guys. Okay, so here we have my nice little custom hood prop that I'm using until I figure out the proper way to have this hood stay up anyway. But here the engine. This engine is a Lotus 907 engine from the factory. This made 144 horsepower. Wasn't known for being super powerful, but it did pretty good from my understanding. It was in the Lotus Elite, the Lotus Allcat, I believe, and then the Series 1 and the early Series 2 Lotus Esprits as well. It's a cool little engine. It's mostly all there. I think he's upgraded the carburetors here to some Strongberg carburetors, and I just hit my head. And then I think he upgraded this intake manifold as well. He had this radiator kind of customized here so it fit in. I need to put the fan shroud on, which I have. And it looks like it's got a nice little upgrades, some things like that. Looks like this looks brand new over here. The starter over there looks brand new. I gotta figure out where this mounts, but that's a job for another day. I think kind of looking down on here. So we have two fittings here that's coming off the oil filter, so probably for an oil cooler, I would imagine. So I just got to figure out where everything goes and how to put it. I mean, just figure out where everything goes and how to connect it all up. The wiring has not been done. I mean, there's obviously a belt missing on the alternator, and then this pulley down here. Then there's some of my wiring that I have to figure out. All the wiring needs to be done. I bought this knowing that, but I'm good with that. It looks like this engine bay has been repainted. It looks fairly nice. I think I'll leave that the way it is. But when I paint the car, I mean, I'll just repaint all the body on it. So my plan for this car is, first, I think I'll go ahead and paint it. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull this hood off because I haven't painted in a long time. I went to body shop school a long time ago, but I haven't done anything in a while. So I'm going to pull this hood off, clean it, sand it, prime it, sand it again, make sure it's all straight, and then we're going to paint this car British Racing Green. It was painted British Racing Green at one point in time, but I think the original color was a blue similar to that blue right there. And then the owner, he was going to have it repainted this blue, but it's mine now, so I'm kind of partial to British Racing Green. I don't own anything in that color, and I think it would look good. But here's a little side profile of this car. It's a little shooting brake style design. I think it looks pretty good. The wheels have been powder coated. They look nice. New tires as well, so that looks nice. And getting to the inside, we have a Jensen Healey seat in here. I've got new upholstered, well, reupholstered seats anyway. Then here's more wiring for me to figure out. And the whole interior needs to be put in, so I have my work cut out for me. This is a cool little car though. Then getting around to the back, we got the Jensen GT on the back bumper. The rubber bumper, as a lot of the cars in the 70s had. I'd like to see if there's an upgraded, a better looking bumper anyway, that's not a rubber one. I do have this back glass for this, so that is good. And here we're just coming on the other side so you can see the car. Then over there is the back glass. This is going to be a fun little project. And all right, all the way over here, I've got a lot of parts. There's some Jensen Healy parts in there, some Jensen parts. That's the fan shroud for the radiator. I think that's for the front bumper. So is that. I believe this would be that oil cooler. And just all kinds of other parts and trim moldings and stuff over here. There's an old oil pan. Looks like we got a carburetor in here. Got some brand new headlights. All kinds of new bits. The owner did tell me he spent probably close to $30,000 on this car, which is very possible, because a lot of work's been done, and then I felt the body with my hand, and a lot of that felt good. But it was nice. The owner left me like wiring diagrams, schematics, and even a shop manual right here. So thank you to Mr. Bob for that. And so hopefully I can kind of figure out where all this stuff goes, because this is a lot of work, something I've never done before. A car anyway. I've never taken a car down this much, but this is going to be a fun project. Let me show you what the interior pieces look like. So I've stashed these above my bathroom here in my shop, so they'll be out of the way and not get stepped on or damaged or broken or anything like that. So here's my trove of Jensen parts. Up here, I think this is part of the back seat. We got door cards here. It's like a door card here. You see front seats there. That's the front bumper right there. Just all kinds of bits. We got the dash right over here. We've got some more wheels. I think it's a little armrest or something like that. So lots and lots and lots of little parts. But all this stuff is in good condition, so I wanted to put it up where it would be out of the way and not get damaged. I don't really have a timeline set up for this project. I got a lot going on, like I said. I mean, right there I've got gutters that I'm working on getting together and installing gutters on the side of my shop. Kind of help with some of the rainfall. One of my neighbors was complaining that I'm flooding his basement because of my roof is so big. I don't know. Could be true, could not be true. I'm not really buying it, but if it keeps him happy, so be it. So yeah, so plan of attack is take the hood off, clean, sand, prime, sand, paint, make sure that looks good so I can get some practice. And then I'll probably pull the doors off next, do both the doors and the back gas cap together, paint those, get those all prepped up, painted, looking nice. That way I get a lot of good practice in on painting, because it's been quite some time for me since I painted. And then we'll paint the rest of this car. And then I guess tackle the wiring and everything else that we need. The engine, the wiring. Then after that's done, it should run. If it runs fine, then we'll get the interior in and that back glass and whatever else, little odds and ends. So finding parts is not going to be the funnest. I've kind of looked already and I can't find much. Anyway, I can't find a headliner, so that might be something I just make my own headliner. I don't know. I've never done it, but why not? If anybody has any sources on headliners or carpet or anything like that for this car, let me know. Hit me up. Shoot me a comment, email, something. I don't know. Whatever. I'm interested. because obviously I need it, but it's going to be worth it for this car. This is going to be a fun little daily driver. And the reason I bought this car was, I told you at the beginning of the video, I've got a big old F-350 dually. My wife has a Suburban. I just want a small car if we run into the grocery store, get a couple groceries, something like that. That's it. All right, well, that's it for today's video. Just a quick little update. Then I'm going to try to get back to having videos come out every week like I was before. Sorry it's been a while. But yeah, thank you. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and all that kind of fun stuff. Thank you, and have a good night.